My name is Ilia Malinin, and I am a singles U.S. figure skater.
He was supposed to be untouchable, the greatest figure skater of his generation, a living legend at just 21 years old. They called him the Quad God, and he had earned every syllable of it. But here's the part nobody is talking about. While the world was watching him fall on the Olympic ice in Milan, something else was quietly unraveling. Not in an arena, not in front of cameras, behind closed doors. In a world of contracts, whisper campaigns, and people who suddenly appear once the gold rush begins. His name is Ilia Malinin, and right now, the most dangerous competition he faces isn't on skates. It's happening in back rooms and boardrooms, and if you think you know the full story, you don't. Stay with me. To understand what's happening right now, you have to understand where this kid came from. Ilia Malinin was born into skating, literally. His parents were both figure skaters. His father, Roman Skornyakov, is an Olympic-level competitor. His mother, Tetiana Malinin, is a Ukrainian champion. From the time Ilia could walk, he was on ice. He didn't discover skating. Skating discovered him. By the time he hit the senior circuit, something was clear to everyone watching. This wasn't ordinary talent. This was once-in-a-generation potential, the kind that bends the entire trajectory of a sport. In 2022, at just 17 years old, he did the impossible. He landed a fully rotated quadruple axel in competition. No one had ever done it before. Not Nathan Chen, not Yuzuru Hanyu, nobody. And with that single jump, Ilia Malinin rewrote the rulebook of men's figure skating. The world noticed, sponsors noticed, and more importantly, agents noticed. Here's something most sports fans don't think about. When an athlete at this level explodes onto the global stage, they're not just a skater anymore. They're a brand, a business, a multi-million-dollar asset with a very short window. Around 2022, Ilia began working with Ari Zakarian as his sports agent and manager. Zakarian helped grow his public profile and handle the commercial side of his career as his star continued to rise. Back-to-back world championship titles in 2024 and 2025, four-time U.S. champion. The business around Ilia Malinin was growing as fast as his reputation on ice. But then came February 2026, Milan, the Winter Olympics. He arrived in Italy as the most dominant male skater on the planet. He had been virtually undefeated for nearly 2 full years. The gold medal wasn't even a question, it was a formality. Simone Biles was in the crowd. Nathan Chen was in the crowd. The world had shown up to watch a coronation. And then the ice cracked beneath him, metaphorically. He fell. Twice. The program that had made him a living myth fell apart in real time, and the man who had never looked like he could be beaten finished 8th. The shockwave rippled through the entire sport. Now, here's where the story gets interesting, and I mean really interesting. Because what happened after the Olympics, what's happening right now as you watch this video, that's the story nobody has fully told yet. In the immediate aftermath of the Olympic disaster, one man stepped forward and said something that stunned the skating world. Rafael Aratunian, Ilia's veteran coach, the man who helped him land the quadruple axel, who's guided some of the sport's greatest champions, went public with a statement that sounded less like a post-game analysis and more like a confession. He said, and I want you to hear these exact words, "We, the adults, are to blame for failing to protect a rather young man from making the wrong moves." Let that sit for a second. The coach, not the skater, said the team failed to protect him. From what? From whom? He didn't say. He said for various reasons he didn't feel it appropriate to comment further. And that silence is louder than anything. He also made a statement that felt like a coded warning to everyone in Ilia's orbit. He said, sometimes it happens literally overnight. When success comes, random people suddenly appear around you with their own interests, and they will start telling you lies which you might believe and lead you in the wrong direction. Who was he talking about? He didn't name names, but the timing of what happened next makes the message impossible to ignore. On April 17, 2026, a fan account on X, the Ilia Society, posted a screenshot that sent the skating community into overdrive. Ilia Malinin had quietly removed his longtime agent Ari Zakarian's email address from his official website. But it wasn't just that. He had also stripped away a large portion of his personal information, reducing it to the absolute minimum. And in place of his previous representation details, the contact section now listed only marketing and sponsorship inquiries, routed through a firm called Shade Global under the name Cheryl Shade. No announcement, no explanation, no official statement. This is the business equivalent of someone quietly packing boxes while the lights are still on. Now, has Ilia confirmed the split? No. Is there an official statement from Zakarian? No. And yet, in the world of athlete management and entertainment law, these kinds of quiet moves have a very specific meaning. Contracts end, transitions happen, and when they do, they rarely come with press releases. They come with deleted emails and stripped websites. The question isn't if something is changing. Something is clearly changing. The question is, why now? And who's advising that change? Ilia himself gave us a glimpse through the curtain, not through press conferences, but through Instagram. Days after his Olympic collapse, he posted a video that cut between him celebrating victories and sitting with his head in his hands. His caption read, "On the world's biggest stage, those who appear the strongest may still be fighting invisible battles on the inside." This is a 21-year-old kid born into extraordinary pressure, carrying the expectations of an entire nation, performing jumps that no human being had ever attempted before, now navigating not just the physical recovery from an Olympic disappointment, but an apparent restructuring of the entire business and management ecosystem around him. His coach later told Sports.ru, "It's only just begun to blow, literally a season or two ago. That's not a long time yet, even though he might think he's seen it all." And then came the line that made everyone lean forward. The heat. Not everyone can handle that. But here's the thing about Ilia Malinin that sets him apart from the narrative of collapse. He didn't disappear. He didn't hide. He went to Prague. He competed at the 2026 World Championships, and he won for the third consecutive time with a score of 329.40. The quad god didn't retire the title, he defended it. For the future, there's so much planned. I'm really looking forward to not only being the best skater I can be, but also pushing the sport and changing the sport to have a completely different view on the world. The business drama, still unresolved. The team dynamics, still shifting. The representation question, still unanswered. But the athlete is still standing. Ilia Malinin's story isn't finished, it's just entering its most complicated chapter. He's not just fighting gravity anymore, he's navigating the business of fame, the politics of high-performance sport, and the invisible pressure that comes with being the most technically advanced skater in the world while still being in his early 20s. And if his coach is right, if those random people with their own interests are circling, then the next few months could define not just his career, but the entire legacy of what he's built. Keep watching, keep following, because if history has taught us anything, it's that the most dramatic performances don't always happen on ice. If this story hit different for you, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. This channel covers the stories the highlight reels miss. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Ilia made the right call changing his representation, or is something bigger going on? We'll see you in the next one.